Hey everybody, I am back and I just wanted to make a video about voting. I am voting by mail this year. I registered earlier this year, got my ballot by mail, and wanted to talk about the importance of voting. Make sure you vote because it is important. I have decided to vote for Hillary Clinton. It wasn't that hard of a decision. The reason I've chosen to vote for Hillary Clinton is because, like, I watch the two. I watch Donald Trump and I watch Hillary Clinton. And yes, there are issues with Hillary Clinton and trust and that. However, like, she has some plans, some great plans for moving this country forward. And she is very positive, and she actually, like, talks in a loving manner, like, talks with love and about a passion of moving forward. Whereas Donald Trump says he wants to make America great again, but everything, it feels like everything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth is hate or against something instead of being for something. Whereas, like, I always have believed that if you're voting for somebody to lead the country or to lead anything, you want that person to be for something. Not necessarily always against something. Like, it is okay to be against something, but if that's all you're running on is just to be against something, what are you for? What is it that you are for? You can be against something, but what is it that you're for? And I don't see that in Donald Trump. I don't see what he's actually for. I see that he says it's going to make America great again, but then I look at him and his history, and everything Donald Trump has been about Donald Trump. Like, look at his buildings. They all have Trump and huge letters on the wall or whatever, or on the building itself. Like, in particular, the one in Chicago, it just says Trump in huge, humongous letters. And I think that it's just all about him. Like, everything he has done has been about him. And I could see going for Trump if he had never opened his mouth whenever he first, like, put in his presidential bid. Because he put in his presidential bid and then started talking about a wall to keep people out. So he's against something, not necessarily for something. And it's just been that way all the time, like, this whole way through, and it's all been hate and negative. And whereas, like, Hillary has some of that, she also has some positive, and she has love, and she has done stuff that has helped the country and helped others. Whereas I don't necessarily see that. I see him avoiding not only helping others, but avoiding doing his part with the whole taxes thing and not paying taxes and you know, saying that he's smart for not paying taxes. No, like, you are a multi-millionaire. Like, we need that tax money to keep the country going. Yet you're telling us you're going to make America great again whenever you couldn't even do your part with paying taxes on that millions of dollars. Like, you found loopholes to be able to get around paying taxes to help the country be great again. And it's not that our country is that bad in the first place, but what is bad in our country is multi-millionaires and billionaires who find loopholes to be able to avoid paying taxes and doing their part. Multi-millionaires and billionaires who create nonprofit organizations that are supposed to be helping others, but don't seem to be helping others, don't even seem really to have a point other than to be just a nonprofit and to be able to act like you're doing something great just because you have a nonprofit. Just because you have a nonprofit doesn't mean you're doing something great. Show us what you're doing great. Show us what your history is that is so great for people. Show us what you did to make an impression or to change the country or to better the country before getting to this point. And then maybe we can believe you. You don't even have to be in politics for that. You are a billionaire. You have a ton of money that could have been used for a lot of great things throughout all these years. You could have been working to make America great again long before now. You don't need to be president to do that, especially if you have billions of dollars to be able to spend towards things, and you haven't spent those towards anything except for yourself and making a bigger empire for yourself. So I don't understand why, if you're so concerned with making America great again, why do you feel like you need the label of president to be able to do that? You don't. You had billions of dollars that you could be using towards actually making America great, doing great things, and you haven't. And so I look at that and I feel like we have to take the history into account and not just go off of words. Like, we have to go off of actions. And Hillary has a history of actually helping people and doing great things. Yes, she is maybe untrustworthy, and maybe there's issues with her being able to talk openly and be herself, and yeah, you can kind of see that she's putting on a fake politician act. But I would prefer that and the fact that she's actually done stuff to help the country over somebody who has avoided doing his part. Just paying taxes to be able to help the country. Paying taxes is what keeps our education system going. Paying taxes is what keeps the roads going, like, and to do road work. And this guy who's made billions of dollars isn't paying anything into that and isn't doing anything extra, obviously, because he's not even doing the bare minimum. And yet he wants to be president of the country, which again is an ego boost. It's about an ego. It's about building his ego. It's not really about making the country great again. He just knows what to say to sell to people and what to get people, what to do to convince people to vote for him. That's what he knows. He's a leader. That's amazing. He is a leader, yes, but he's a leader for all the wrong reasons. And I don't see where he's going to help the country. I can't see any plan to actually move this country forward. I see hate. I see very selfish. I see someone who is consumed with self. I don't like it. I don't think that if you're running for president of the United States of America, you need to be a servant leader. You have to be a servant leader. And maybe Hillary's not exactly the best option ever or whatever, but Trump definitely is not. So my vote for the President of the United States of America is most definitely, without a doubt, for Hillary Clinton. Whenever you put her against Trump, hands down, I go with Hillary Clinton. If you choose different, that's absolutely wonderful. If you see something different in Trump, please tell me in my comments. I would love to be able to read it. And maybe you can kind of like show me what he has done. I can't find that thing. So, but if you're going to vote for Trump, that's fine. Just get out and vote, and then bitch about it later if you don't get what you want. But make the vote. Get out there and vote. I am hoping, and I'm like, the most exciting part about this year is that there's a possibility that we could break records for turnouts for voters, and that's amazing. So that means that this matters to people, and I feel like it should matter to people. So yes, get out. If you haven't registered yet and there's still time in your state to register to vote, then get out and vote. November 8th. Okay, that's all I got. Just wanted to share that with you. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.